Tonight on 49ers Cal High Sports Report presented by U.S. Bank, great highlights from all around the Bay Area. We have McClymonds taking on Liberty. Sequoia meets rival Woodside, and San Leandro battles Antioch.
We have volleyball action with Powers, Carlmont, and Mitty, water polo featuring Menlo and Palo Alto, and the story of the Lincoln Lion dedicating his season to his father. It's all next on 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Welcome to 49ers Cal High Sports Report presented by U.S. Bank. I'm Robert Bronstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. We begin tonight in the East Bay with the Salesian Pride, who have had two tight games to start this season. Chad Nightingale's team scoring a total of 79 points in those two games.
Yeah, and the Pride traveling to Hayward to take on a Moreau Catholic team, having a great start to this season with a 2-0 record. The Mariners featuring outstanding junior quarterback Bowen Dickstein, who's thrown for 287 yards this season. Salesian at Moreau Friday night.
The Moreau Catholic Mariners getting fired up before the game as they host Salesian. The Mariners didn't wait long to get on the board, give it to Fresh Eisen, and the junior running back goes up the gut and he's gone 76 yards to the house. Not a single defender in your screen there. The 2-point conversion is good. It's 8-0 Mariners. Moreau Catholic was at it again on their next drive. Bowen Dickstein rolls to the right and heaves it deep to a wide open Lovelace Rufus, who walks it in for 6 as the Mariners take the 15-0 lead. But back comes Salesian, handed to Justin Gutierrez, who finds a hole and sprints past everyone for the touchdown. 15-8 Moreau after 1. Now 22-8 Moreau, and in the second, the Mariners were looking for more. Dickstein throws a bomb to Maxwell Anderson, who makes the catch and turns on the Jets for the TD. And they would extend their lead here just before halftime. Dickstein connects with Anderson again in the end zone, and Moreau takes a 36-8 lead at the half. The Mariners keep the momentum going into the second. Nicholas Ledesma takes the handoff and finds a gap, and he is gone 50 yards to the end zone, and the Mariners would cruise to a 50-22 victory to go to 3-0 on the season. Dickstein with 3 TDs.
It's an all-Eagles game Friday afternoon as the Harker Eagles drive up 280 to meet the Washington Eagles. We start off with heavy Harker action. Quarterback Anthony Meisner tosses it to Jared Anderson, who breaks through traffic, bringing it all the way to the house for a 50-yard touchdown, 6-0 after the first. Second quarter now, it's Meisner here with a deep pass to a wide-open Anderson, and he does it again, making the catch, driving into the end zone. Harker up by 2 touchdowns. But it doesn't stop there. Meisner staying on his feet, sending a rocket into the hands of Anderson, and we know he knows how to do this. He's ready for the catch and into the end zone for another touchdown. Harker would go on to take a 25-0 lead at the half. But that's about to change. Harker looking to get a first down, but the ball is knocked out by Jalen Lee, who gains possession and makes a beeline towards the end zone for the Washington touchdown. It's all Harker from there. Meisner handing it off to Anderson, who does what he does best. He is a touchdown-making machine, weaving in between the defense, and another touchdown for the Harker Eagles. But wait, there is more. Quarterback Meisner having a big game for himself, handing it off to Devin Keller this time. No one's going to get him. He reaches his destination. Harker taking this game 40-6 was the final. A great game by Anderson with 268 yards and 5 scores.
Yeah, to you too, Morgan. The Scots opening up their season against the defending state champion Mitty Monarchs Tuesday, and Mitty kicks off the match strong. Ellen Ferguson throws up a block. The Monarchs would go up in the first. Megan Ahern the dig. Nicola Bozzini the set, and Julia Cabri the kill. 6-1 Mitty. But the Scots have some tricks up their sleeves. Jules Tan looks like she's going to set it, but think again. But the first set was all Mitty. Ryan Savini with the dig off the serve to Bozzini. Then the hard-hitting Megan Lux. Mitty takes set 1 by 14. Carlmont looking to bounce back with Grace Zhu to Tan to Morgan McClellan. The Scots have the 1-0 lead in set 2, but the Monarchs would ultimately go up by 2 sets. Cabri gets her hands on that one to knock it down. Mitty takes set 2, 25-16. And set 3, Mitty goes for the kill, but there for the denial is Alicia Mitha. The Scots up 10-5. But Mitty would go on a great run. Nice dig from Kayla Lundy. Bozzini the set, and Kiana Robinson is there to put it away. And Bozzini would take the final 3 points of the match by perfect serves. Mitty takes home its second win of the season by way of sweep. And the Monarchs have not lost a match since September 19th of last season.
The Oregon Dons huddling up for last-minute instructions as they host Half Moon Bay Thursday afternoon. The Cougs on the board first. Ian O'Connor lobs it to Nate Felix, who fires it to the back of the net. 1-0 Half Moon Bay. Half Moon Bay still on the attack as Maximilian Barron throws it deep in the pool for Felix, who scores from close range, and the Cougars take a 2-0 lead. Oregon battling back later in the quarter as Alex Torres shoots and scores. 5-2 Half Moon Bay Cougars after one. Second quarter, and the Dons continue the comeback. Torres lobs it over to Lorenzo Vasquez, who gets the one-timer to go. But the Cougars answer back. Felix with the pass to Andre Castro Santos, who fires it past the keeper as Half Moon Bay takes a 7-6 lead to halftime. The Cougars looking to extend their lead in the second. Felix passes to Castro Santos, who shoots and scores from long range. Half Moon Bay now slowly pulling away. Castro Santos throws it over to Felix, who gets the shot to go from close range as the Cougars win it 14-9 for their second win of the season. Nate Felix leading the way for Half Moon Bay with 6 goals. Each week we present the Players of the Week in a rap produced by the Hip Hop Department at the Rikus Center.
The Rikus Center producing an original rap every week based on last week's games. They always do such a great job. Here are the Players of the Week.
It's Cal High Sports. Your Players of the Week. First up, it's lock and load when you're Austin Joe. He's worth the spotlight for the Boston Globe. A senior quarterback for a pioneer. 14 for 22 passing high in gear. With 305 yards, get your measurement sticks. Mustangs beat Branham 27-6. Best not force a pass from this quarterback unless you're more than fast on your Nordic track.
Defenders try to catch him like he's riding dirty, but they can't out-hustle senior Ryan Murphy. The leader under center for the Minutemen. It's no coincidence that when he throws the ball, points are imminent. The kid from Concord conquered a royal 41-6, making the fans go bonkers. With 4 touchdowns, 246 yards, he leads a shipyard like Captain Picard. Those are your Players of the Week. Cal High Sports. Those are your Players of the Week. Cal High Sports.
Stanford Healthcare brings us great information on sports-related injuries every week.
Here's the 49ers head team physician, Dr. Tim McAdams, with this week's tip.
Muscle cramps after exercise have long been thought to be due to fluid and electrolyte loss. This causes sensitization of the nerves in your muscle, and then you get a cramp. This is worsened in hot and humid environments, and this is why we see a lot of cramping in the summer training camps for the NFL, and this decreases markedly as it gets cooler in the fall and the winter. This cause has been challenged recently by theories of another one called neuromuscular, in which a fatigued muscle shortens, causing an imbalance of the nerve input and resultant cramping. Both fluid loss and muscle shortening are likely culprits, and this is why both fluid replacement and stretching are used to treat cramps. Make sure your fluid replacement drink of choice has adequate electrolyte content to be effective, and take at least 1 hour before exercise for optimal absorption.
Coming up, the red-hot Wilcox Chargers taking on Hollister.
And Foothill meets Heritage in girls volleyball as 49ers Cal High Sports Report continues.
When you're ready to buy a house, a mortgage from U.S. Bank could help make it possible. And a dedicated financial partner will be with you every step of the way. See about pre-qualifying today. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
Defender twice my size. Bring it. Down by 2? I got this. I love this game as much as the pros. I may not play for the Warriors, but I have the same doctors. Teaming up to keep the pros and me at the top of our game.
It's here.
It's here.
It's here.
It's here.
It's here.
It's here.
It's here. I'm Jules Wilson, and it's here.
It's here.
You're right, Bob. It's huge. It's incredible. Shh. It's here. So head on down to South County for their huge Labor Day sales event, where you'll find incredible selection, the best prices, and phenomenal service. Why would you go anywhere else?
Guess what? It's here.
We are back at Levi Stadium with our Block Construction CCS Blockbuster game. This one is a contest featuring the Wilcox Chargers, my alma mater, by the way. They used a stellar defense last week to pick up an opening night win.
Yeah, very impressive. Another big test, though, for the Chargers this week as they travel to Salinas to meet the Hollister Hay Balers. Block Construction is renovating the Hollister Sports Complex. That's a little sponsorship plug right there.
Nice
Did you get
job.
that? Yep. So they'll be playing at the Salinas Sports Complex until their home field is done. Wilcox and San Benito High in Salinas Thursday night for our Block Construction Blockbuster game. Aubrey was there.
Blockbuster game. Yeah.
Here at the Salinas Sports Complex for tonight's matchup between the Hollister Hay Balers and Wilcox Chargers. Each team just one game into their season. The Balers rotating between 3 quarterbacks and 6 running backs last week. They're looking to find that core group of guys and watch out for senior Steven Navarro. He'll run the ball and will be on the other side of some passes as well. For the Chargers, Paul Rosa will be the guy. Don't let his size fool you. He packs a big punch. Wilcox coming off a huge win against Valley Christian last week and will be looking to do the same in tonight's Block Construction Blockbuster game. Wilcox very strong to start. An early field goal puts him up by 3. And with 1 minute left in the first, quarterback Alex Adami throws a short pass to Paul Rosa and he runs 40 yards to the house. Chargers lead at 10-0. And after the kickoff, Hollister looking to start the drive off with a long pass, but there to pick it off is Aaron Asing, the Wilcox cornerback, and the Chargers take over. That takes us to the second quarter and sets up a beautiful run by Gabe Herrera, 35 yards, and that takes Wilcox to the Balers 30. And that's where the Chargers go to their passing game. Adami throws it up, and this was Ryan Cooper Jr.'s ball all the way. Watch this two-hand grab, and that won't be Cooper's only great catch in this one. At the 2-yard line, the quarterback keeper is successful. Adami runs it in, and Wilcox is on top by 23. 4.5 minutes left in the half. Baylor's sophomore quarterback Michael McShane finds Steven Navarro, an awesome pass, and Navarro picks up some yards after the catch, bringing Hollister 2 yards short of their end zone, but no worries because next play Navarro goes up the middle to score for the Baylors. The PAT is blocked. The score 23-6, and with a minute left in the second, Wilcox trying to get those points back quickly. An amazing grab by Cooper Jr. Chargers score on the drive 29-6. Wilcox at the half. Third quarter, Baylor's just yards out. They go for the crossover. Rosa was all over that coverage. A big game from Rosa on both sides of the ball. The Baylor's defense stepped up in the second half. A nice sack from Albert Rodriguez there, but Wilcox's defense ended as strong as it started. Brendan Heiklema read the play perfectly. The Chargers start off the season 2-0, the first time since 2015. Rosa talks to us about how this team is feeling after those 2 big wins.
We're pretty stoked. But we're still working harder. We have a bigger goal towards the end of the season to win CCS and all that. I'm just looking forward to see how far we could develop as a team because I feel like we have a lot of potential and we haven't even got close to reaching it yet.
In Salinas with the Blockbuster game, I'm Aubrey Tolliver, 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
The Heritage Patriots hosting the undefeated Foothill Falcons. The first set now is Shauna Ram on the dig and pinballs off of Riley Francis, then to Emily Haskell for the point. That was impressive. Then Foothill would continue the momentum as Shauna Ram lobs it up for Lexi Barrera, who knocks the door down as the Falcons take a 10-6 lead. Once again, Ram being the playmaker in this one, she sets up Savannah Cares as the Lady Falcons take the first. Second set now, and the Falcons continue to dominate. Grace Olson gets things started with this kill. Grace, just a freshman. And coming right back with the block at the net is Cares. Foothill leading by as much as 17 points in this set. Then Olsen comes in to finish it off as Foothill takes the second. Once again, she's a freshman. But set 3 was a bit different. Heritage would claw their way back. The ball is rattled but returned over the net by Kiara Walker. And Heritage continues to fight. Mackenzie Christopoulos with the service ace as the Lady Patriots come back to tie this one at 23-all. Then it's the ace of diamonds, Ashana Ram with the diamond ace as she finishes the night with 4 aces in the match as the Foothill Falcons take game 3 and take the sweep over Heritage to remain undefeated to start the season at 3-0.
Each week this season, the 49ers and South County Chrysler will bring us the Coach of the Week award.
This week's Coach of the Week goes to Balboa head coach Fred Velasquez. The Buccaneers won their first game since 2016 last week in their opening game. The Bucks, using a well-balanced offense, get the win. Coach Velasquez returning to Balboa as head coach after a successful stint from '98 to 2003. As Coach of the Week, Coach Velasquez and his team will receive a grant from the 49ers Foundation. Coming up, a battle in the peninsula as Burlingame meets Sacred Heart Prep.
But first, here's our Cupertino Electric Top 10 Power Rankings for volleyball.
The Rikus Center is well known as an elite athletic training facility, but you might not be aware of all the ways the center touches the lives of our community. In addition to athletic fitness, nature awareness, and creative arts, the Rikus Center offers a diverse community service program, allowing students to gain leadership and life skills, learning the responsibilities of a real work environment, from working with young children to helping veterans with archery. The community service program will teach students the demands of a professional environment while fulfilling their high school's community service requirements.
Reed is gone! Touchdown for the 49ers! Spins away, doesn't. Sack, DeForest Buckner finished. Fires in the end zone. It's caught for a touchdown! There's the sidearm sling! Down the near sideline all the way! Touchdown 49ers! Intercepted by Williams! Goodman's got it at the 30! Goodman breaks away! And there's the home run! Kick on the way, down the middle, and gold is good! At the buzzer!
High school sports builds character, builds communities, builds legacies, and Block Construction plays a big part in this, building state-of-the-art athletic facilities all around the Bay Area. With an unwavering commitment to teamwork, innovation, and quality workmanship, Block Construction places great value on dedication, performance, and successful outcomes. Block projects inspire excellence and are a place where memories and legacies are built. Block Construction, we care, we prepare, we perform.
Hi, we're Pioneer High School Cheer, and you're watching 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
The Burlingame Panthers are looking to take the momentum of their opening night win into Week 2 as the Panthers meet Sacred Heart Prep. Burlingame with outstanding senior back Curtis Luauti, who ran for 117 yards and 2 touchdowns in the opening game.
The Gators from Sacred Heart Prep also scored an opening night win last week with former San Jose SaberCat and Oak Grove quarterback Mark Grebe, the head coach for the Gators. The team's meeting at Sacred Heart Prep Friday afternoon. Day football in Atherton with Burlingame taking on Sacred Heart Prep. First quarter, Jack Moultrup with a short pass to Jack Kirkham, and he's going to find a path all the way to the Panthers' 10-yard line, 41 yards, and that leads to a field goal, 3-0 Gators. With less than a minute left in the half, the Gators trying to get upfield in a hurry, but there to spoil their plans is Tommy Barnes. He takes the ball out of the hands of a receiver, and he takes it back near the 30, but the Gators wouldn't score on the drive. It's 3-0 at the half. But don't worry, got lots of great action in the second. A forced fumble by Jake Davidson, and he runs it home for the Panthers' first TD of the game. 9-0 SHP. 2 minutes later, Gators at midfield. The handoff to Lucas Meredith, and he turns it into a good run. The Gators would score on the drive. It's a tight one, 9-7. And on the ensuing kickoff, Dante Caccioni is deep for the Gators. Watch the spin move, and he goes down the far sideline. No one's going to get him. Sacred Heart takes the 8-point lead. But not so fast. 7 minutes to go in the game, and Burlingame QB Jordan Malashis decides he's going to run this ball, and that's a good thing because he goes down near the 2, which sets up this short Meredith TD run. It's a 2-point game, and the Panthers go for the 2-point conversion, but a congregation of Gators meets him at the 3-yard line, and Sacred Heart Prep goes on to win it. Barnes from SHP doing it on offense and on D with 2 interceptions.
The Campo Lindo Cougars all excited to take on the visiting Bishop O'Dowd Dragons Tuesday night. The Cougs with an early lead. The Dragons trying to score, but the double block is set up by Megan Kulba and Audrey Pack to keep Campo in the lead. But the Dragons fight on. Annabella Parada to Alexandria Hoagland to Jasmine Powell, who nails it to the hardwood. BOD makes the comeback. Michelle Obedi to Hoagland to Jasmine for the kill. 25-19, the Dragons take the first. Back and forth the rest of the night. Parada finds Hoagland, setting it up for Molly Bernstein, who gets high up and goes angle. The Cougars take this set. Morgan Kulba to Pack, and the back set to Elizabeth Cannon, who tools it off the block, and the Cougs tie it at 1 set apiece. Third now, Olivia Knudsen, Pack, Sophia Newman, bump set, kill, and it's 19-16 Cougars. Dragons with an answer. Jasmine to Hoagland, deep to Obedi with the rocket. BOD still trailing by 4. Morgan now to the rescue with a nice dig to Pack, who sends it to Molly Mitchell for the kill, and the set, 25-23 Campo. Into the 4th we go. Sarah Carrasco bumps to Pack to Newman, who slams it down, 17-13 Cougs. The Dragons looking to dump it in, but right there at the net is Mitchell, and the Cougars take the match 3-1. The two teams met in NorCal Finals last season, with O'Dowd beating Campo in that one. So this was the Cougars' chance at revenge, and they got it.
Each week, U.S. Bank brings us stories of athletes who have overcome adversity in their lives to become future leaders.
Kara Biagini joins us now with the story of a San Jose football player and his love for his dad.
Robert, tonight we meet a football star who's playing his senior year with a heavy heart after losing one of his biggest fans. Tonight, our U.S. Bank future leader is Josiah Villegas from Lincoln High School.
Football is a physically grueling sport, full of hits, blows, and smacks. Luckily for senior Josiah Villegas, the contact is his favorite part of the game.
I like the contact. I like the physicality of it, the competitiveness, and then like being surrounded by guys you can call your brothers every day.
Josiah owes his love for the game of football to his father, Jesse Villegas. But just before starting his junior season, Josiah took one of the biggest hits of his life. His dad was diagnosed with stage 3 kidney cancer.
He was a different person, especially when he was on his medications, and it was really hard for me to see him because from a guy that was like muscular and big, he was skinny. His attitudes, he had a lot of mood swings, so it was really difficult.
Josiah's father had surgery in an effort to remove the cancer, but as the Villegas family started to regain hope for a recovery, more bad news hit. A piece of the cancer was missed during surgery, spreading into 7 different parts of the body.
We thought everything was going to be okay, but that's when, because he was really happy. He's like, oh, you know, maybe I'm just like not feeling good, and the doctor turned around and he was like, I'm really sorry. There's nothing we can do except trying new treatments and trying to see how long we can prolong it.
Symptoms worsened, and Josiah's father became too ill to attend any football games. His absence dwelled on Josiah.
I look up sometimes and I get distracted and I get yelled at by coach because, you know, I look up into the stands, but like it kind of hurts like seeing someone that was there that got you into the sport that you love so much, and not seeing him there, that really hurt.
After a long-fought battle, Jesse Villegas passed away in January 2018. Josiah was heartbroken, and that's when he needed his second family, his teammates and coaches, the most.
They were physically and emotionally always there for me. You know, I'd see them as soon as I come to school. You know, they would say like, "Hey, how's it going? You know, you need anything, just let me know." And they'd always text me, even though late at night, because I wouldn't be able to sleep at night at all. And so they text me like, you know, it's okay for you to go to bed, and you know, just always being there for me and saying the right things that I needed to hear at the time.
It'll be difficult for Josiah to play his senior season of football without his biggest fan, but his teammates and coaches respect his will to overcome his loss.
Well, Josiah, you know, obviously he's been through a lot the last couple of years, and I think the team really looks to him as an example of how to overcome adversity, and I think they respected the fact that he was here on a daily basis and working hard.
Josiah is dedicating this season to his dad, and although his father won't be here physically, he will be in Josiah's heart. He will be Josiah's gridiron angel, and until they meet again, Josiah wishes to share a few words with his dad.
I just can't wait to see you again, you know? Just can't wait to see you again.
Josiah hopes to continue to play football in college and to be the first in his family to earn a college degree. He's doing it all in the memory of his father.
That's awesome. Be great during the season to watch those guys play
Yes.
this year. All right. For his commitment to honor his dad, Josiah is our Be Human inspirational student athlete this week.
Be Human is a new app celebrating inspiring people and events we see in our communities. Download the app today, see Josiah's story, and post and share thoughtful acts.
Coming up, our South County Chrysler Game of the Week with 2 powerhouse teams, Liberty and McClymonds, meeting in Oakland.
And later, it's Santa Clara and Overfell. You're watching 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
Steve Greenwood's water pump repair business and Tri-Counties Bank have a history together. So when the chance to start a company that manufactures the parts he uses came down the pipe, he knew who to turn to. Branch manager Daryl Polkentine created a business line of credit, allowing flexible funding to start the company and fund initial manufacturing operations, maintaining a strong cash flow for his flowing enterprise. That service to be pumped about. For personalized problem solving, switch to Tri-Counties Bank. Service with solutions.
Serino Group is committed to giving you the very best service when buying or selling a home, but we're also committed to giving back to the communities we serve. We are encouraged to see the good and uphold it. Serino Group has pledged to give 1% of our gross commissions to charitable and community groups making a positive difference. Serino Group has donated more than $2 million to these groups since the inception of the 1% for Good program in 2012. Go to our website to see the list of recipients. Serino Group, our community is your community.
Hi, I'm Kathleen Pazine in Palo Alto, and I'm proud to support high school athletes on the 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Block Construction, together building greatness. By Cupertino Electric, the company delivering power and possibilities and celebrating student athletes making a positive impact. By the Rikes Center, where goals and dreams become a reality. And by Stanford Healthcare.
We're back at the NBC Sports Studio with a marquee matchup in the East Bay with two of the Bay Area's very best teams. The Liberty Lions come into the game at 2-0 with several D1 prospects on their squad this year, including their outstanding junior quarterback, Jay Butterfield. Jay throwing for 503 yards in the first two games.
But McClymonds likes to run the ball with powerful back Jamar Julian Jr., Triple J, leading the way. The 226-pound senior is also being heavily recruited. Two talented teams meeting in our South County Chrysler Game of the Week, and Robert was there.
Here come the two-time state champs, the McClymonds Warriors, as they host Liberty. First quarter after a block punt, Liberty's Jay Butterfield finds Brendan Bell in the end zone, and the Lions take a 7-0 lead. Mack looking to come back, but the ball is punched out of the running back's arms by Peyton Zadroik. It's recovered downfield by Sione Vaki, and the Lions are in business. Handed to Terrell Sturgis-Kofer, who weaves his way downfield for a Lions first down. Later same drive, it's Butterfield to Vaki. That's a great pass and a fine catch. 14-0 Liberty after one. Second quarter, the handoff to Sturgis-Kofer, and look at Terrell hurdle the defender for a big gain for the Lions. That was nice. Later on that drive, it's Butterfield on the screen to Darian Bartley, and he finds the end zone 21 yards and a 21-0 Liberty Lions lead. But Mack comes back later in the quarter, handed to Jamar Julian Jr., and Triple J gets a terrific block, cuts right, and he is gone. 67 yards, two-point conversion good, and the Liberty lead is cut to 21-8. Third quarter now, and Mack trying to get back in it, but the ball is fumbled, and right there to jump on it is Zadroik, who had a great game for the Lions. Then handed to Sturgis-Kofer, headed to the end zone, nearly has his head taken off, but that did lead to a short TD run. 28-8 Lions, and a crazy play here. Ethan Dumman in the backfield, the ball is fumbled, and right there to pick it up and run it in is Nicky Ennis, and it's 35-8. One more for the Lions, handed to Bartley, and Darian is in from 10 yards out as the Lions win it 42-14. We talked with the winners right after the game. And here they are for a very impressive victory tonight, the Liberty Lions. Congratulations, guys. Right here with me. Terrell Sturgis-Kofer. Terrell, talk about this win tonight, a very impressive win against a really good team.
Well, we expected to win, came and played hard. We stayed their offense all week, and we just shut them down.
Let's go. Darian Bartlett, you guys played really well defensively tonight. They like to come out and hit, but you guys hit some as well tonight, didn't you?
We just came out and played as brothers. That's what we be working for, and we come in state. We going to state, and we going to keep doing that, and we doing that.
Talk about your coach and the coaching staff on this team, what they bring to you guys.
They very supportive. They love us not just for football, but they love us as players, and that's good. And our teachers, too. That's why we succeed in class, so thank you for that, too. And I love all y'all.
Thank you to the teachers. Exactly. All right, Peyton, you play both sides of the ball all game long. What was that like for you tonight in an intense game like this?
It was really fun. I got a lot of reps in it. It was nice to see all the guys out there. The other team played really well. I talked to them a little bit at the end. They're all really nice guys. It was a really fun game.
And they're a great team. You're a great team. Where do you think a game like this will take you the rest of the way?
I think it'll take us a long way. We're going for state this year. I think we can do it.
Baby! Very good. The Liberty Lions, congratulations, guys. Take us out.
Sacred Heart Prep and Aragon meeting at the net before their match Thursday night. The Dons taking an early lead. Dylan Schur to Della Trimble to Ella Sears for the kill, giving Aragon the 13-8 lead. But it's all SHP for the rest of the set. Mally Lengi finds Millie Muir, who sets it high for Regan Smith. And the Gators take the 23-22 lead. And it doesn't stop there. Ali Pulverari to Muir to Lengi, and Sacred Heart Prep takes the set 25-22. Next set, Dons with a response. Abby Legespi to Trimble, sending it perfectly for Sears, who drives it into the hardwood, and Aragon would take this set. Gabby Mangano bumps it, a back set by Trimble, and Sabine Milton for the gnarly kill, 25-10 Dons, and it's tied at a set apiece. Gators keep up the fight. Leia Bonifacio to Muir to Elena Radiff. Boy, can she jump, and she smashes the ball to cut the deficit to 5, but the Dons don't let up. Ali Thaw connecting with Trimble, setting it up high for Milton to knock it down, 25-18 Aragon. And in the fourth set, the Dons looking to score, but Regan says, nope, get out of here, to give Sacred Heart the head start in the set. And it's all Dons from here now. Thaw, Trimble, Sears, bump, set, kill, and it's 19-14 Aragon. And it all ends here. Amanda Patea to Trimble to Lolo Falau. She kills it, and the Dons take the last set 25-18 to improve to 2-1 on the season.
Once again this season, Lexus of Stevens Creek will present the Volunteer Award as part of the Lexus of Stevens Creek commitment to promoting volunteerism.
This week's Lexus of Stevens Creek Volunteer goes to Melina Mayhood from Westmont High School. Melina is a star player on the volleyball team, being recruited by top academic schools. Melina is an editor and writer on the school paper, helps work with incoming freshmen to get used to the high school, and this summer, Melina worked with young people at the Boys and Girls Club in the South Bay.
This summer I volunteered at the Boys and Girls Club for their summer program. It was 4 weeks long. I'd go for twice a week for a couple hours and visit the kids. I was in the educational classroom, so we'd help them with activities like building parachutes and all kinds of fun stuff, and we were basically just talking to them about life and helping them learn and like promoting a really good academic experience for them over the summer.
Coming up, rivals Sequoia and Woodside meeting for Peninsula bragging rights.
And Santa Clara takes on Overfelt next. Back at the NBC Sports Studio, and let's get ready to rumble. This game is called the Redwood City Rumble as rivals Sequoia and Woodside battle for the log. That's the trophy. It's not an actual log, but...
They don't have a real log for it?
No.
It's like the big bone.
There's
There's a bone.
No.
No log.
It's not a log.
You
Disappointing.
got to get some lumber company to donate a log or something. Woodside was impressive in week 1 with a big win. Sequoia lost a tight one in their opener, but really, when the log is on the line, you can throw all the records out the window. The big rivalry game played at Woodside Friday night.
North Bay sports coverage is brought to you by South County Chrysler of Marin.
Woodside and Sequoia captains meeting at midfield with the log on the line. This one was action-packed from the first. First play from scrimmage, Sequoia picks up the ball at the 30. It's fumbled there, but there to pick it up is Devansh Mehra. He has a wide-open field at the 40, the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown, Cherokees. But Woodside would answer right back. Here's quarterback Brody Crowley with the screen pass to Trevor Cook, and the senior jukes a defender, sheds a couple of tackles, and breaks free all the way to the end zone to tie it up. Great play there. The Wildcats also making great plays on D. David Silk puts pressure on the punter. Rocky Pedrin is in the right place at the right time. That's an interception and a touchdown for Woodside. Back from the half now with Woodside leading 21-7, but Sequoia stays in it with a Simon Taluati rushing touchdown up the middle. And seconds later, it's a Sequoia interception. McKinley DeBrisse cuts in front of the pass and brings it home for the pick 6. And with 2 minutes remaining in the third, here's more Cherokee offense. Jordan Barnes receives the punt at the 40. His teammates clear a path for the outside, and there's no one going to catch him. Sequoia takes the lead 26-21 on the Jordan Barnes touchdown. Woodside looking to take back the lead with time winding down in the third, but watch Taluati strip the ball away. The junior heads for home, but is taken down at the 5-yard line. Taluati goes on to finish the drive with a rushing TD to give Sequoia an 11-point lead. Fourth quarter, Woodside with some catching up to do. Crowley from the pocket throws it high and deep, and there to make the catch is Scott Morimoto. He sprints into the end zone for the Woodside touchdown. 1 minute left to play. Woodside down by 4. Crowley sends it flying, and Cook makes the catch. He sprints past the last defender, and he is gone 90 yards to the house. And Woodside with a spectacular comeback win, winning the nail-biter with a final score of 35-32, capturing the long.
The Honor Guard is on the field for the national anthem before Overfelt takes on Santa Clara. Early in the first, it's Ulysses Reyes with a quick pass to Ulysses Alvarado, who takes the ball 37 yards for Royals touchdown. The 2-point conversion makes it 8-0 at the end of the first. To start the second, it's Nico Iosefa, who runs it 22 yards for a touchdown with another 2-point conversion, and it's 16-0, Royals still in the lead. Up next, Santa Clara with possession, but the pass is intercepted by Melvin Bellard, and an amazing grab, and he takes it 20 yards down the field. And after pushing their way forward, it's Reyes who battles through for a touchdown, and another 2-point conversion makes it 22-0. But the Bruin offense would continue to fight hard. Nick Garcia passes the ball to Richard Corona. A nice 54-yard catch, but the Bruins would not score. Fourth quarter now, and it's Alvarado with the ball, breaking tackles and taking it 67 yards for another Royals touchdown. And yet again, the 2-point conversion is good, and that makes the final score 30-0. Overfelt improves to 2-0 on the season. Alvarado and Ortiz doing it for the Royals.
The Palo Alto Vikings ready to go as the Vikes take on Menlo early first quarter. Palo Alto on the attack. Nice passing as Hannah Erickson tosses it to Grace Rowell up top, and the senior fires it over the defender and goalie and ties the game at 1-1. But Menlo grabs the lead as Meg Reinstra walks in and rifles it home 2-1 Knights. More Menlo in the second as Sydney Bianchi is on the break. 2 defenders collapse on Sydney, but no problem. She scores, and Menlo has a 3-1 lead. Here's Menlo again, a 2-on-1 break. Reinstra will take it herself and score, giving Menlo a 4-1 lead. Still in the second period, this time it's Selena Hernandez all alone. She fires, but a terrific save by Pally keeper Esme Stotlin, but Hernandez gets the rebound and scores 6-1 Menlo at the half. But Pally battles back in the second half. Hannah Erickson to Alexandra Lee, and Lee fighting hard to get off a shot, and she does. Terrific play there. The Vikings get to within 2 goals, but Menlo hangs on to win it. Sophie Reynolds to Izzy Hinshaw, and Menlo gets a hard-fought 9-7 win, 2 goals each for Reinstra and Mary Klingelhofer. Remember, you can buy the entire game from the games we showed tonight on either DVD or we'll send them to you digitally. Seriously, you can buy the entire game video. Go to 49erscalhighsports.com to order right there.
And be sure to follow us on social media at 49ers Cal High on Twitter and Instagram. If you like us on your TV, you should go give us a like on Facebook. And remember, every highlight and feature you see tonight will be up on our YouTube page. So be sure to subscribe, and we'll let you know when those videos are ready to watch. When a Hit Away brings us great advice on concussion prevention every week.
Here's Dr. Ron Desmaris with this week's tip.
When a concussion occurs, the 3-pound soft brain is tossed around in the interior bony cage of the skull. On a micro level, many negative things occur, thus creating unfavorable chemical changes in the brain. Interestingly, the brain matter itself has no pain receptors, so it will not tell you much once injured. A headache is basically caused from inflammation and blood vessel damage resulting from the actual hit to the head. One Hit Away understands. Your brain can change your game.
Coming up, our block construction NCS blockbuster game, San Leandro meeting Antioch.
And girls water polo with Bishop O'Dowd and Newark Memorial in the pool next.
The difference between possible and impossible? It's a person who believes they can, surrounded and supported by others, by us, who believe it too. U.S. Bank, the power of possible.
The Rikers Center has long been a staple of the Bay Area sports community, offering flexible and adaptable training programs for all ages. Among their most advanced programs is Cornerstone, a training course that combines a group-style training session with one-on-one supervision to optimize the training of its most elite athletes. Beginning each session with a group-based training workout, Cornerstone offers the best of both worlds. Fluid dynamic sessions followed by routine, all the while being assisted by the center's certified coaches.
It's here. It's here.
It's here.
It's here.
It's here.
It's here.
It's here.
I'm Jules Wilson, and it's here.
It's here.
You're right, Bob. It's huge. It's incredible. Shh, it's here. So head on down to South County for their huge Labor Day sales event, where you'll find incredible selection, the best prices, and phenomenal service. Why would you go anywhere else?
Guess what? It's here.
The Antioch Panthers are off to a great start to their season with a 2-0 record, and the sparkling junior running back Jason Wade dicing through defenses for 258 yards in those 2 games.
The Panthers come into this game hosting a strong San Leandro team that split its first 2 games against East Bay League teams. The Pirates looking to slow down the Panthers Friday night. The game is our Block Construction NCS Blockbuster game. Our Austin Manili was there.
Blockbuster game, yeah.
Welcome to week 3 of another exciting football season as the 2-0 Panthers look to continue their hot start. And one of the reasons has been their running game. Junior tailback Jason Wade has been on fire for the Panthers with over 100 yards rushing in each of his first 2 games of the season. And I had the pleasure of talking to Coach Brad Bowers for San Leandro, and he has been impressed with this quarterback Cameron Stanley during the offseason, who has emerged to being one of the key leaders on this Pirate squad. It's Antioch and San Leandro for this week's NCS Block Construction Blockbuster game. Antioch would take their first drive, and take a look at this hit from Jakazi Doro. I love that name. San Leandro forces a 3-and-out. But we move ahead into the second, where there was a lot of defense being played. Brandon Canty coming in for the sack as Antioch would force a 3-and-out. Then the Panthers would get on the board first by handing this one off to Jason Wade, who just reaches over the goal line for the first touchdown of the game. Next half, where it was a completely different ball game, Wade on the handoff finds a hole. Jason Wade! Oh, watch how he flies! And I think the Flash has some competition. 55 yards as the Panthers take a 14-0 lead. Then with 7 minutes left in the third, William Carnthong rolls out of the pocket for a deep ball to Gotti Campbell, another name I love to say. He'll take this one in as the Panthers continue to roll 21-0. San Leandro would then get the ball back. Cameron Stanley, the team captain for the Pirates, goes deep to Amari Robertson for a 1st and goal for the Pirates. And I think Cameron really enjoyed that last play to Robertson, so he decided to do it again with this lob towards the back of the end zone, and it's caught for the Pirates' first TD in this one. Antioch will get started on this drive, and Carnthong just wanted to show people that he can do more than just throw the ball, and he can run. Look at those hurdles. He'll jump over one, and then another, and it's first down for the Panthers. That was incredible. Then into the red zone, Carnthong fakes this handoff and swings this to Campbell on the screen pass as he'll dodge a few defenders and just gets this one in. And there was a delayed call, but still ruled a touchdown as the Antioch Panthers stroll into victory to remain undefeated to start the year. Wade talks about the second half and what he looks forward to this season.
All week, we preach to finish. We have to finish this game, then we just mentally locked in, then we just finish. We just gotta be patient, do our thing, and work as a team. We gotta stay focused and just practice hard.
In Antioch for the Blockbuster game, I'm Austin Manili, 49ers Cal High Sports Report.
We head to the pool as the Newark Memorial Cougars host the Bishop O'Dowd Dragons. The Cougs grab a quick 2-0 lead in the first. Here's Gianna Carrata to Carrie McMahon, and she finds a corner of the goal. Second quarter now, O'Dowd is on the move. Caitlin Van Nuys hits Alexandra Keisel in front of the net, and the junior tosses it in to pull within 1. The Dragons continue to fire. Here's Catherine Rayberger fighting off a defender, and from a tough angle, firing it in to take the 4-3 lead. Third quarter now, Newark Memorial passing the ball around very well. Michaela Trochet throws a beautiful pass to Carolyn Karen, and she floats one over the goalie to regain the 5-4 lead. But with just a few seconds left in the third, O'Dowd ties this game up. Keisel finds Jacqueline Arnold inside, and she rockets it home to tie it at 5-all. But the Cougars seal the deal with 2 goals in the last minute of play. Here's junior goalie Helen McGrath to Rachel Hunt, and that is all she wrote. Newark Memorial wins it 7-5 over the O'Dowd Dragons. Senior Carrie McMahon leading the way with 3 goals.
Each week, the Harker School will celebrate its pursuit of academic excellence with the Scholar Athlete Award. This week, we honor Newark Memorial's Rachel Hunt, who's in the hunt for a perfect grade point average. She's pretty darn close with a 4.7 GPA.
Brought to you by the Harker School. This week, Harker congratulates its football team on its first victory of the season. Harker picking up a 22-18 win following a pass play resulting in a 73-yard touchdown. The Harker D grabbed 2 interceptions to help lock down the win. At Harker, preschool through 12th grade students discover their passions. Learn more at harker.org. Each week, Adobe brings us a tip on how to use your great Adobe products to improve your highlight reel or team video.
Here's this week's Adobe tip.
If you're doing a video where you want some more artistic impact, you might try using this tip. Have your scene on the timeline and the clip highlighted. Then go to the Lumetri Color tab and go down to Vignette. Adjust the amount to the size that looks good to you. You can then adjust the midpoint, roundness, and feather. This is a really fast and easy and a great way to add some style to a cool piece of video. Coming up, Tennyson hosting Irvington for their first game under the Friday night lights.
But first, here's our Cupertino Electric Top 10 Football Power Rankings.
'49ers Cal High Sports Report is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Tri-Counties Bank, service with solutions. 12 locations now open in the Bay Area. By South County Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, Fiat. Drive a little, save a lot. By DGDG.com, where we want you to be a happy car buyer. And by the Serino Group, here for good.
Hi, I'm Lucy Wiedemeyer.
And I'm Keith Andry.
And we are both brokers with Serino Group. Many of you will remember legendary football coach Charlie Wiedemeyer, my husband, who was a champion of high school sports. And together, Keith and I support high school sports in our Bay Area.
Hi, Ed Graziani, a founding member of the Serino Group. I'm proud to support high school sports on the 49er Cal High Sports Report.
The Tennyson Lancers celebrated their first game on their brand new field this week. In the past, the Lancers would play their home games in the afternoon, but now, with a new field and lights, Tennyson gets to play its first ever home night game.
The Lancers come into this game with a 2-0 record, taking on an Irvington team looking for its first win of the season. It's Irvington at Tennyson Friday night. The Tennyson Lancers look to start off their season 3-0 for the first time since 2011, playing the Irvington Vikings less than 3 minutes in. Tennyson's Jacoby Harris receives the punt return, turns a corner, and takes it 67 yards in for a touchdown. You won't believe this. He had 10 touchdowns on the season before this game. His 11th puts the Lancers up by 7. Next Tennyson drive, Mustafa Nasiruddin marches the Lancers down the field and throws a touchdown pass to Frederick Moala with 5 minutes left in the first. And Tennyson gets the ball back after an interception, and Nasiruddin turns on the Jets. Look at him go, a 50-yarder, and Tennyson would take the 27-0 lead at the half. Third quarter, Quincy Bass takes a pass and turns on the gas for another Tennyson touchdown. A 2-point conversion makes it 35-0. Fourth quarter, Jacoby Harris takes a handoff and gallops into the end zone for his third rushing touchdown of the day. His 13th TD of the season, sealing the deal for Tennyson. The Lancers next week will hope to improve to 4-0 for the first time in a very long time against Jefferson.
The Homestead volleyball team is off to a fine start for its season this year.
The girls meeting up with Shanberries from 99.7 now at the Rikus Center to chat about it.
Hey, we're at the Rikus Center in Menlo Park, the premier training facility on the peninsula where goals are achieved. Hey, it's Shan from 99.7 now, and I'm here with the ladies of Homestead Volleyball. That's right, Stephanie, you gotta talk about the big win against Valley Christian. What were the 3 things that you think you did differently this game that got you that big W?
Yeah, I think this game, we really focused on serving really, really aggressively and definitely receiving. And I think this translated into us, being able to hit well. And I think, listening to the coach and listening to our libero, of whether to hit line or angle, I think that really helped us.
Yeah. Awesome. And Chanel, tell us about the goals for this upcoming season with your team.
So the first goal is teamwork, and we have our upcoming Reno trip where we really work on bonding and getting good experiences with each other. The second is taking each game one at a time, especially in league, and focusing on strategies. And then our last goal is staying nep, not even phase, where we focus on the next play always.
Awesome. Now let's get over to Kelsey. Tell us about that routine life. What do you guys do to get pumped up for each volleyball game?
So before each game, we do T25s during our practices, and these are little workout videos that we're really well conditioned and in great shape going into the season. And then we also do this little game or drill called Touch 5, where our coach, Gary, hits balls at us, and it's not really so much about playing defense, but it's really more about getting everyone moving and pursuing the ball. And then we have a lot of cheers like Sally Walker and Pump It Up that get us ready and pumped up for games.
Thank you so much, Kelsey. I'm Shan from 99.7 Now, and you can catch me mornings on the Fernando and Greg Show and 10 to 2 on 99.7 Now. Now you guys got to give us your best chant. Give it up for the
Mustang! DGDG.com presents the Be Happy Play each week. This was a play in a game this week that made everybody happy. This week's Be Happy Play goes to the Camp Alindo Cougars. The Cougars celebrate a 4-set victory over Bishop O'Dowd after losing to the Dragons in the NorCal game last season. Who says revenge doesn't make you a little bit happy? Go to DGDG.com to find out how you can be a happy car buyer.
Coming up, it's the Service by Medallion Play of the Week. Some great plays this week. We'll see who gets it next.
But first, here's this week's training tip by our good friends at the Riker Center.
I'm Coach Davon. Today's training tip is going to be a manual assist rotation. So what they're going to do here is be in an athletic stance. They're going to have their hands out, palms together, and you're just going to push them out this way. Then they're going to push back to the center with resistance while you're pushing back against their hands.
The winner of the Service by Medallion Play of the Week gets a hat, a backpack, and an invitation to our 49ers Prep End of the Season Awards Banquet right here at Levi Stadium.
We'll show you some really good contenders and then award this week's Play of the Week.
We start with Sacred Heart Prep's Jake Davis enforcing the fumble, then picking it up and taking it in. Foothills Emily Haskell to Ashana Ram to Riley Francis. That is good volleyball. This guy had a game for the Harker Eagles. It's Jared Anderson with one of his 5 touchdowns in the game, and this one was spectacular as he's breaking tackles and juking defenders all the way into the end zone. Here's Woodside's Trevor Cook, and Trevor's going to do just about the same thing, juking tackles, breaking tackles here, and fighting his way into the end zone. An amazing catch right here from a Wilcox Charger. It's Ryan Cooper with the one-handed fingertip grab. That was great. But the play of the week goes to Jacoby Harris off the punt return. He jukes a defender, breaks one tackle, breaks tackle number 2. Here you go. Don't try and tackle him by the shirt. That's a bad idea. 3 broken tackles, jukes a defender at the end. A long punt return touchdown for Jacoby Harris. A great play there on Tennessee's first game under the lights for the play of the week. That's the play of the week, and that's our 49ers Cal High Sports Report for this week. Thanks for watching. I'm Robert Bronstein.
And I'm Aubrey Tolliver. Be sure to join us next week to meet the Lynbrook football player with a story you won't want to miss. We'll see you then.